Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 5 Soviet premium cruiser Murmansk. It has 10 main guns, 6 torpedoes, 26 AA guns, a surface detection of 13.1 kilometers, top speed 34.4 knots, total health 26,800. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase AA range, reduce flood and fire chance. And for my commander, situational awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, and lower chance of fire. We are on the map Fault Line. I spawned in on the east side and I'm headed for C. I'm pushing this primarily because there's 2 friendly carriers that spawn in on this side. I want to protect them from any enemies that might penetrate and do damage to them. They are providing me intel. I see that there's an enemy cruiser coming up on C. He can't see me. There's an island in the way. And we get the first shot on the enemy. We have HE loaded. He's angled, so AP would be ineffective. But he slowly softens that angle. So we switch to AP, seeing that the enemy wants to show a broadside, and we unload waterline shot, center mass, and we get 12,000 points of damage. We take out his propulsion, and we reload, we fire, and we kill him. And just like that, we get 20,000 points of damage, and the enemy cruiser is destroyed. We have to use damage control. We were set on fire. We don't have enough health to really survive a fire like a battleship. There's an enemy Wix Tier 3 US destroyer that shows up, and we switch to HE. It's a little bit more effective. The reload time on this is so small that you should have the perfect ammo type loaded whenever you need it. But we're missing terribly. These shots are awful. But finally we land a shot and we interrupt his capture. And we're trying to make sure that we stay roughly 5 kilometers away from him so his torpedoes are ineffective. But we're not doing a very good job of taking him out. We did knock out his propulsion, so he had to use damage control. You can see he slowed down, his smokestack stopped. But once they pick back up, he will recover with his speed. We are doing very tiny points of damage on him. You can see an Omaha in the background that has lost 50% of its life from something, probably a torpedo strike, and we finish off the Wix and we switch right to the Omaha. The Omaha is backing up for some reason. Maybe he thinks he can hide behind the smoke. And unfortunately, we don't see him anymore. Now, anytime there it is, anytime a destroyer is about to die, they might drop their torpedoes. And you need to be careful to move towards the position because there could be torpedoes coming right at you. But the Omaha is either dead in the water, thinks he can hide, AFK, I don't know what, but he's not moving. We're going to finish him and move on. So we land an AP, not hard, he's not moving, so it doesn't matter. Capturing C. 2 friendly destroyers are near B, but they haven't captured B. What I would like to do is support those 2 friendly destroyers as they move to capture B. And the Murmansk is fantastic for that. Great range. I'm looking forward to the Omaha buffs to make it a little bit on par with the Murmansk in the up-and-coming patch. But for now, we're going to head for B. It looks like a friendly fighter squadron is trying to respond to the enemy torpedo squadron. And as he's responding, he flies over an enemy destroyer. Now, it's awesome that he spotted him. We know he's there. But I think what he wanted to do is he wanted to destroy the torpedo squadron near his carrier. And once that was destroyed, you can see that it looks like the fighter squadron has stopped moving. You really should try and take full advantage of your spotting ability. I would have probably tried to move my fighter squadron towards that enemy destroyer so we could kill it, get it out of the game. I popped my scout plane, which is unique for this cruiser. The Murmansk is one of the few cruisers in the game that has access to this long-range aircraft. It provides extra range and a better perspective for firing over islands, as you can see. And of course, I'm going to try and take out any enemies that appear to be moving slowly or are easy prey. Like the Wyoming. US battleships are fantastic examples of slow ships. It does appear that this enemy Kuma is feeling pretty brave. He's going to move through the gap and head to B, I don't know if you should do that. So every shot, I'm paying quite close attention to this guy, and sure enough, he shows up. We still have HE loaded. He is broadside, so ideally we would use AP, but he's so low, we only need a couple salvos to finish him off, and that's my focus here. Who's going to get the last shot? It's just like a piñata. You don't really know until the guy gets it. There you go. We switch right back to the Wyoming. We don't even need to switch the ammo type because we didn't do anything of that sort. He is looking at us. We set him on fire. And yeah, he wants to fire. He fires at us. And we get a neutral stance, maneuvering away from the direction we were headed. He fires the back half. And we take 2 shells on our hull. Friendly torpedo bomber is awesome. So, friendly gets the last shot on the enemy Wyoming. Whatever, we got the kill. He's gone. B is safe. Unfortunately, our carriers are not safe. There's an enemy destroyer that has gotten all the way in to the 2 carrier positions, and he threatens to destroy both of them, so I'm headed straight for that enemy destroyer. This is the destroyer that the fighter spotted, but lost sight of him. This is the perfect example why, as the carrier, you should focus on destroying enemy destroyers, providing the intel so your team can kill them, because they're going to stab you in the back. Those dirty, dirty destroyers, all they want to do is kill you. And we're right at our max range, trying to get any shots on this Umikaze. It is a low-tier Japanese destroyer, and it's firing its torpedoes at the Langley, which is slow as balls. Something like 15 knots. I mean, it's awful. You can't outrun anything. Once they're this close, you rely on your team. And me and 2 destroyers are trying to get there. The destroyers clearly don't have range. And we're just trying to get there as quickly as we can. Now, the destroyers are trying to fire on this enemy, but they're unsuccessful. And the Langley is defeated. Now, we only have 1 friendly carrier. And I would really like to keep that carrier up. And the enemy destroyer pops smoke. He's trying to break contact. He's trying to at least get his torpedo strike on the friendly carrier before he dies. He doesn't care about his life at this point. All he cares about is ending the carrier's life. And there's an island in the way, so I'm going to try and go behind the island, knowing that the enemy destroyer will be on the other side. The carrier does a desperate torpedo strike on the enemy, and he successfully lands his torpedoes and destroys the destroyer. Who needs teammates, right? He could do it all by himself. Good job, aircraft carrier. It's not easy to land torpedoes on enemy destroyers, and he was able to do it. Now, he had to do it, or he was probably going to die, but he did it. So, now we are completely out of position to answer the 3 enemy battleships and the enemy aircraft carrier, but our team is safe once again. So, we're going to head north. I'm going to try and bump into an enemy. So, I'm skipping the time it takes for me to sail north, and we're going to run into the enemy over by this island in the northwest side. Both the carrier and the battleship are in the area. So, we have plenty of range. We just need to get a nice clean shot without an island in the way. The enemy battleship is moving away from the island, perhaps trying to take out the friendly cruiser. 2 of the enemy battleships are in the southwest side, and it's in Wyoming. Okay, so we unload on the Wyoming. We've got a fire set by a friendly already, and we set another one. So now he has at least 2 fires. 500 points of damage every second. And we just keep going. Looks like the enemy carrier has himself stuck in the little notch on the northwest side of that island, so we have to fully circle around the island in order to even fire on his position. The enemy battleship uses damage control, puts out the fire, and you can see when we set a fire, it does not actually set because he was immune to it. The next fire we set, however, does stick. The immunity wore off. Damage control immunity is like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, depending on the tier of battleship. And we're like, let's get a torpedo strike! We know that he has fired all his guns, so we're trying to maneuver within that 25-second window to angle our ship and move away. And his guns are back up. And the game ends. So, the Murmansk, very fun. It was nice to wipe out the enemies that push C, much like we did in the Atlanta the day before. We were able to use AP effectively, and ultimately guarantee our team would win that game. I hope you all enjoyed seeing the 55,000 points of damage. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you next time.